over the world, countless bees swarm out to collect precious honey every day. They are busy in the sunny countryside, as here in Hungary. For millennia, honey has been one of the most popular natural foods. Today, the bees are still busily collecting dew and nectar for delicious honey. A single bee colony of 30 to 80,000 bees collects between 20 to 50 kilos of honey a year. Among others, countless meadow flowers hold nectar for the bees, like these silkseed blossoms. Nature, in its diversity, gives the bees the resources for countless different varieties of honey. They all have this sweet taste in common. However, the honeys differ in color, consistency, and flavor, depending on the plants the bees visited. When the bees visit different blossoms, they create a tasty mixed blossom honey from the collected nectar. However, if the nectar of one plant variety predominates, the honey may bear a variety label. For example, the acacia honey. The largest acacia forests in Europe are here in Hungary. Acacia is the colloquialism for the locust tree. These trees only blossom for a short while, not more than 10 days a year, so the bees have to hurry to collect the nectar for this truly sunny honey. What connoisseurs appreciate most in pure acacia honey is its light color and delicately sweet flavor. The bee colonies live in beehives. The bees visit plants that grow within a radius of 3 kilometers to their beehive. Therefore, some beekeepers travel with the beehives to the food supply, thus facilitating the collecting process for the bees. Now the bees return with the nectar to the beehive, where it will soon be stored in the honeycombs as honey. The bees made the hexagon formation of the honeycombs themselves. Built from wax, the honeycombs fit together in perfect order. The foraging bees transfer the nectar to the house bees that add valuable enzymes, thus transforming the nectar into honey. Regularly, the beekeeper inspects the state of the wood frames with the honeycombs. Once the honeycombs have lids on, the honey is ripe. It's time to harvest. The bees are brushed off carefully. The wax lids are removed from the honeycombs to get to the ripe honey. Then the open honeycombs are put in the honey extractor. Centrifugal force alone extracts the honey from the honeycombs. This is the method applied to extract the natural product honey in many countries around the world, such as in the blooming Mexican countryside. In largely unspoiled nature where beekeeping has been a tradition for millennia, the busy insects collect their nectar. The carefully extracted honey is brought to Langnese collecting points. Only reliable beekeepers may cooperate with the world-famous honey brand. All honey supplied is sampled and inspected on the spot. Our own laboratories in the countries of origin guarantee the high-quality standard. The most up-to-date examination methods are applied. Only the best goods that meet the high-quality standards are good enough. The honey selected like this is gathered in large, clean receptacles and shipped in containers to Med Langnese. On arrival in Med Langnese, the honey is analyzed and inspected again thoroughly. The central laboratory performs more than 100,000 examinations a year. Specially trained staff check if the honey meets the strict quality criteria. The high standards that are applied here exceed the legal provisions by far. If it is certain that the honey is pure and unspoiled, then it deserves the Langnese label. One of the many examinations is the pollen analysis. With its help, experts see from which plants the pollen in the honey comes from. The region of origin is established likewise. If the honey meets all requirements, it is ready for filling. First, it is screened carefully to be freed from wax particles and plant parts. Next, it is filled carefully into the jar. In this process, the natural product stays as pure as the bees have made it. Many jars need to be filled because the Germans are world champions in honey consumption. For the last outward control, samples of the filled jars are taken regularly. Besides the analytical and optical inspections the honey has to pass, its taste must not be forgotten. Packed fit for transportation, next stop, the supermarket. The consumer can choose from a large variety of different honey, ranging from a more liquid consistency to creamy, and from mellow sweet to aromatic. As a classical spread on your morning bread, or on many other occasions like sweetening your tea, the natural product honey is always a treat. And it all starts anew from the blossom into the jar.